to me, click!
What is going on, guys? ZigaBlaze here, and welcome to another Black Ops 3 custom class setup video. Today's video I'm calling the FAL 2.0 class setup, and the reason for this is because the FAL was a semi-automatic rifle well, it's been in actually a decent amount of Call of Duties now, but the Call of Duty that I'm referring to is Black Ops 2, and the FAL was a semi-automatic rifle, and it was a force to be reckoned with in that game. I'm pretty sure it was a 3-shot kill, but it was very fast fire rate, and it was really high damage and very low recoil, and you could just spam that thing at people from across the map, and honestly, it was probably my favorite assault rifle in that game, and probably the assault rifle that I had the best kill-death ratio with, and I just remember running it all the time, and it was one of my go-to classes back in Black Ops 2 when me and all of the other Ziga members would just run around and pub stomp in lobbies, and I remember dropping a lot of like 60, 70 plus games, probably even more kills than that, a lot of really high kill games using that setup. And the Shieva with this setup that I have today that I'm going to show you guys is very similar to how that class used to be. The Shieva actually has a much slower fire rate than the FAL did in Black Ops 2, but the class that I have today is going to get rid of some of the negative effects that the Shieva has that the FAL didn't, and I kind of recreated my Black Ops 2 class in Black Ops 3, and that's what I'm here to show you guys today. So the class should be up on screen right now for you guys. I say should because I'm messing around with a new way to put the class on screen to show you guys what it will actually look like. Let me know if you guys enjoy it or not in the comments, but anyways, let me get right into the class for you. So the class that we're rocking with today is the Shieva with an elo sight because I really like to keep my accuracy really on point with this gun, and a semi-automatic rifle is going to be outclassed by a lot of the shotguns, submachine guns, assault rifles that are fully auto if you get close to people, so you really want to have pinpoint accuracy, and I think the elo sight is just a very clean sight to put on this weapon. If you prefer the red dot sight for whatever reason, you can use that, but I prefer the elo sight just because I like that there's nothing obstructing my vision. So I run that to make sure I can keep my accuracy on enemies at all times and take them out as quickly as possible. Next on the Shieva, we're running stock, and the reason for that is because this thing it's a very slow firing weapon, and you want to be able to keep yourself moving when you're aimed down sight, because this isn't a hip firing weapon, let's be honest. So you're going to be aimed down sights a lot. So I have stock and quick draw on this weapon so that I can move quickly while I'm aimed down sights, strafing left and right, so that I can dodge a lot of bullets from my enemies. And I also have quick draw on there so I can do a lot of snap aiming and get on target fast so that I can take people out quick. Then the last attachment that we're running on our Shieva is rapid fire. Now, rapid fire does not do a ton, I'll admit that. It's good on this weapon because it's a very slow weapon, and it can use the extra bit of fire rate that the rapid fire gives it so that you can put more shots downrange faster. And I use this attachment because it reminds me a lot more of the FAL and how fast the FAL used to be when you put this attachment on opposed to running it without it. Honestly, this attachment I'm going to leave up to you guys because the class can go with or without it. It's still a very strong weapon without it, but the Shieva being a 2-shot kill, I find it very useful because being able to put those shots down range really quickly will take down your targets a lot faster. And then, as our secondary weapon, now on most classes I won't run a secondary weapon, I prefer to just run a primary, and I'll run with scavenger, but on this class setup we're doing it a little bit differently. The Shieva actually has a good amount of ammo. It has 80 bullets and it's semi-automatic, so you won't be wasting a ton of ammo unless you miss a lot of your shots. But I like to keep the MR6 as a backup weapon because it's a very, very strong pistol. It's honestly my favorite sidearm in this game, opposed to the other two pistols and the rocket launchers. I really enjoy this pistol, and it's very strong, and when you get up close with the Shieva, being able to pull out that pistol quickly and take out your enemies is going to save your life so many times. And in this video, I'm sure the clip has already gone by, but I ran out of ammo on my Shieva because I went on a bit of a beastly streak, and I pulled out the MR6 and continued the streak just because that gun's such a good secondary. And because we're running the MR6 as a secondary and we want to aim down sight as fast as possible to win our gunfights, I'm also running fast hands on the class and that is so that we can get that pistol out really quickly if we need it, and we can get aiming down sights when we get into gunfights up close with people. Lastly, I have Ghosts on the class so that I can stay off the radar when I'm running around, and also I have Tactical Mask because I absolutely hoot. Actually, I hoot? Yes, I hoot. Absolutely hate tactical grenades in this game. Wow, that was a sentence and a half to try and get out. I hate getting stunned or flashed, so I really like to run Tactical Mask so that I can stop a lot of those annoying things from happening to me, and I can stay on target a lot longer. That's all I have for this class setup, guys. I hope you enjoy it. If you want to get rid of the rapid fire and try out something else, maybe throw on a couple stun grenades yourself, or maybe a lethal if you like to run with that. Or if you have another attachment that you just can't run any class without, then throw that on instead of rapid fire, but I would run it with rapid fire personally. I hope you guys try out this class and let me know if you do good with it or not down in the comments section. A few more things before I leave you guys with the rest of this gameplay. I am running with Vision Pulse in this game, and I just used that because I was going for a couple challenges, I believe. I don't really have a specialist that I'd recommend for this class setup. I think it's good with most of the specialists in this game. What I would recommend, though, is if you play hardcore and you use this Shieva setup, then I would highly, highly recommend that you use kinetic armor because it will have you win a lot more gunfights than you would expect to. Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's commentary. I'm going to leave you guys with the rest of the gameplay and some dope music behind it. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will see all of you beautiful faces tomorrow. Peace out.
contested. Hardpoint locked down. All mission objectives met. Prep for evac.
And that's a wrap. Overwatch signing off.